welcome back to Beautifully Made. I am excited to be back with you. I cannot believe this is the end of the month. I know next week is Halloween, and that's going to be the last day of the month, but this whole month is just flying by. And yeah, it's been really busy here with all kinds of our first day off of school happened, and we have another one on Monday. So I think it must be like a teacher in service day because it's not a holiday. So we have over half of our event full for that afternoon. So the kiddos get pizza, we watch a movie, we play art games, we do art projects. So just a lot of fun, something fun to do when you're off of school. So I'm excited that it's our second one and there's more kids coming. So that's very encouraging. I feel like word is getting out and people are finding me. So that's good. I started my Patreon again. I have been on there, I think since 21. So it's been a long time, 4 years, and it's been nothing. And I thought with some of the feedback that I have received from being on Beth's podcast and some of my clients that I am doing one-on-ones with here in the community, maybe it would be advantageous to offer it as a Patreon. So every month there will be weekly discussions open, like Q&A. So if there are questions that you have, you can ask me and I can share tutorials on everything digital, everything creative, everything that you can think of that I've been able to do in my own practice. I thought maybe I can share it by this method, a monthly basis of like a subscription. And I thought, okay, we can either do it free form and have like this discussion and very spontaneous. What would you like to learn? What would you like to talk about? Or we could frame it as maybe a theme every month. So I've got those kind of questions posed out in the Patreon. So if you look up Brutifully on Patreon, you can see the Creative Catalyst. That's the only platform or the only level, the only tier that I have. I'm not here going like a $5 one or anything. It's $25 a month. That's it. I can handle about 25 members. And I wanted to offer a way to share what I do and what I've done, and maybe that would help somebody else. So I put that out in the world now, and yeah, you can check it out. And I do have, like I said, a post that describes about, some ideas through January of 26, and I really hope that it is something that resonates with people. It is for artists and dreamers and entrepreneurs. It's not just for illustrators. And because I'm not just an illustrator, I do all kinds of traditional work and digital work, but there's a way to merge those things. And I want to share that. I want to share my mural work. I want to share, oh my gosh, just guidance that I can provide, materials, sources for things, information, a place to bounce ideas off of, to share, just really everything. I really hope that it is something that would be worthwhile for people to be part of. And so let me just give you an example. So for November, that would be our first month that we would be meeting online. We would do one meeting a month, probably like either a Friday morning. It would be recorded and you can see it at your leisure as part of the membership. And so let's say we did a theme for the month. And so November's would be print on demand. So what I have done with print on demand, setting up vendors, and I'd share the vendors that I've worked with, how to connect your vendors for drop shipping, how to set up your print work to put on products, creating art for, digitally versus traditionally, and how you can do both to put that onto products, and just sharing all that. And maybe we would have our monthly meeting, creating on Procreate together. We would bring in everybody that had that program. You would have your iPad, and together, I would share a camera view of me creating a piece of art and getting it ready for print on demand and showing you the steps that I take and answering the questions like, why do I draw this way? And what brushes do I use? And where did I get my brushes? Things like that. And we would draw together. So that would be an example of a month's theme. In December, maybe that would be like how to create a tutorial for a traditional class on Procreate. So you're taking your information about traditional work, maybe you're going to paint. This is how I create my classes. So we're going to paint an 11 by 14 canvas. And I want to create the step-by-steps in Procreate so I can print them off, because I want to sell kits of what we do here in the studio to people that maybe want to do them from home and they can't come in, or they've missed a class, or they want to hold a little class of their own at home, but they want those step by step. So I do that already. That's how I create my artwork. And then I always do it in layers to where I can print off each step, and that allows somebody to do it on their own. So how did I make my color palette? What is the steps that you would need? What does the final piece look like? And showing you how I do that in Procreate. And then maybe that would help you generate kits yourself. So that would be the theme for December. So you kind of see where I'm going. So we would have a theme, and every week we would tackle the questions and answers that were based on that theme. So that is how my Patreon will work. And that is how I would be able to share. We would have maybe a private Instagram group. So we would be able to, bounce ideas off of one another and just sharing everything that I do. Maybe it would help you with your own artistic practice. So maybe that is appealing to you and you'd like to join me and help just, support another creative, and I can help support you with information. There are some benefits in those tiers. So you would get 20% off my online store or in person, both, as being part of that membership. You could be a guest on the podcast. That's another tier benefit for being part of the Patreon group. And of course, shouting you out on my website and sharing that you are supporting me, and then sharing the information about what you do across my platforms too. Making a page and linking everybody's artwork and their links as Patreon supporters. So consider that and check it out. Let me know what you think. And I have a whole year's worth of themes already broken out in my head, but I'm also willing to do spontaneous, oh, this is coming up. How do you do this? Have you done this? There's a theme in my mind for every month that I want to share what I do, and it will continue to grow because I'm continuing to do different things all the time. So I hope that you check it out. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I appreciate it. And I love supporting others on Patreon or other subscription methods and things that help other creatives continue their practices. And that's how I'm on Windowsill Chats. I love supporting Margot. And I used to be on her Patreon, and now I'm in a different group with her. So this is the level that I chose because this is what I already had set up for 4 years. So I thought that would be the easiest way to just dive back into that whole realm. But it made it easy. I didn't have any other tiers but one because I have the studio here. So I'm trying to make it beneficial for those near and far. But yeah. So thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for the support, the wonderful feedback. And I can't wait to talk to you on Halloween. So take care. Have a great weekend. Tonight is the fashion show. So I am recording this on Thursday so I can get this out on Friday. And I'm very excited about my capsule being shown. Oh, so excited. So I'm going to probably try to sneak and do a live tonight. So if you see the live from the fashion show, you will get to see my work on the models. So take care. Have a great weekend. Bye.